やるケースも多いです。
そうですね。というわけで、バンディクーが始まるのかな。
始まりますね。
Thanks, fan.
Thank you, fan.
All right, now we all ready to go?
Got a little bit of loading.
I thought we were ready to.
Almost ready.
It's almost like we were on the pre-show.
Yeah.
It's gonna put us over estimate.
Maybe. No.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Thumbs up.
Modern gaming, ladies and gentlemen. How about them loading screens?
洗練されたビーム式。
Come on, keep it 5 more minutes and it's ready.
All right.
Modern games, am I right? All right. Okay, guys. From 10, 10, 9, 8,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1、スタート。
All right. So this is a Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. This is
割と最近に発売されました、これ。
I am J Hobbs, as you might have heard. This is Spike Vegeta, and on the couch are two fantastic runners of this game and every game on this trilogy, Rico, KSB, and Roach, 788. So right off the bat, we're playing Crash 3 here, and in Crash 3, they have levels that are designed specifically for Coco. Now, Vicarious Visions, when they made this remake, they were pretty faithful for the most part, but they like to add a little bit of content. So the first thing they did was they made it so that you can play as Coco in pretty much any level. And picking her up at the beginning like that is going to actually save us a little bit of time when we have to play as Coco coming up later on. The first level I went into here is Under Pressure. You can actually do the levels in any order within each warp zone. Under Pressure is a water level that is... Spike can really talk about it best.
I am so bad at the water levels in this game, or we can just say the whole game. The technique you're going to be seeing Hobbs do right here is that you've got both this spin and he's also got these little flutter kicks that he's doing, where he's going to be alternating between the two of them to both go fast, but the flutter kicks actually give him a little bit more control as he goes. So he's constantly ending those spins a little bit early. Now, like you're going to see throughout this entire run, it's all about cycles. Pick up this car right here. It's a little bit faster, mainly just so he can blast through a couple of enemies and boxes along the way. He's going to hold it right about to here.
Yeah, and I just wanted to make this cycle, so I was able to make a few mistakes there early on. Now, I might lose a mask here. Didn't lose it. That was very close. I'm going to skip this watercraft after that because it's just slightly faster to do so. Now, my cycles are going to be a little off because I had some trouble getting out of there, but looks like the shark is going to play nice in this specific case. I need to grab this crystal. I want to try to keep this mask. I got to be wary of the last shark, and there we go. Done with the level. Now, we're going to be moving on to a platforming level after this. And we want to talk about it pretty early because basically there's some basic movement tech that anybody can kind of pick up, which is that when you slide and then spin over and over and over again, that's kind of your fastest form of movement. Sliding is really fast, and then spinning kind of cuts out the end of the animation. However, we're going to do something a little different on top of that.
A couple months ago, a technique by J Hobbs right here was discovered, and he didn't name it himself. Other people called it Hobbs sliding because he discovered it. As it turns out, if you spin, slide, and then jump, if you get a very short hop and then snag the ground, you'll see it on display here, just the regular slide spinning speed.
Yeah, so this is the kind of normal speed.
However, if he slides, spins, and jumps, and then catches the ground, he can go a lot faster. Now, he dropped it right there almost instantly.
Takes a bit of warm-up, folks.
He's also picking up his second mask there. He wants to enter the next level with 2 masks to set up for some invincibility. So it all takes setups. He has to know not just where he wants to set up his optimal hop sliding. He has to also know, all right, if I drop it anywhere, where's the best place to back it up? What's the rest of the level layout coming up? He could have dropped a third mask right there, but it actually would have just wasted a few seconds. Having to watch the animation of going into invincibility mode. So that's how optimal we're trying to work out the routing in this game.
Yeah, so I'm dropping a lot of the hop slides here. Ideally, this level could go a lot faster, but I think it's about a 2-frame window to do it, and so coming in cold, definitely a hard technique to pull off, but we've got more opportunities coming up, so you'll see some really good hop slides later on.
There are so many ways that you can drop them. If you accidentally jump, it drops. If you let a single frame go by where you're not perfectly chained together your slides and your spins, you will drop it. There are certain surfaces and objects and enemies in the game that if you run into them or touch them in some weird way, then you are going to drop it. It's such an easy technique to lose. I did it for about an hour last night. I think the furthest I got was like 3 little slide spins. I was pretty proud of myself, I'm not gonna lie. But
yeah, it's definitely hard. It's a really hard technique.
Yeah, I'm glad you let me do it last night. So we've got going into Boneyard here. Fun fact, this is actually where Hobbs discovered slide spinning.
Yeah. Or hop sliding, yeah.
Or hop sliding, yeah.
This is our first dino level, and the theme of the dino level is that the dino chases you and you have to watch out for him. Now, on these logs, I'm going to try to get a few hop slides, because like Spike said, you need a raised surface in order to do it. And so here comes a hopefully lengthy one. Dropping him a little bit here, getting the rhythm soon. The trick is that you can actually get around some of these lava pits with your slide spinning as long as you go on the extreme side of them. I'm gonna pick up a triple mask here for a little bit of safety so I can go directly over the lava pits, but it's also not too slow at all.
All right, so we got this log right here. Let's see if we can
That can happen.
belly flop.
We didn't talk about it, but we're gonna go ahead and donate. We're gonna actually donate each $5 for every accidental body slam.
He wants it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm going until I get it. Oh, man.
All right, we got one.
We're having a hard time. Somebody break my controller while I was gone?
My bad. I tried doing this last night.
All right, we'll get some longer ones in a bit. So I need a a raised surface. That bonus platform would be nice, but it's a little too short. The height of the platforms is very important. I can try to have an object actually bonk me back to the ground, like this box, and it's a lot harder to chain off of those.
Hardest one is this triple box right here. Yeah. You can actually get the top box to like bonk you down to the ground a little faster and start one off of that. Again, it's getting creative and finding every possible surface. He's gonna try to go back and start one right here.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of trouble hanging on to him.
Yeah, even the grass, that's meant to slow you down. That's why we try to cut through it right there. Still getting out of the level.
That's okay. We got some more levels coming up that we can show those.
You'll have a lot more opportunities, as it turns out.
Yeah. Now, the next level is our first Coco exclusive level. You have to play as Coco on this level, and it's making waves.
まあちょっとゲームの解説をしていきましょう。このリメイク版なんですが、日本では8月3日に発売されておりまして、リマスター版ですね。リマスター版として、リマスタープラスとしてね、発売されております。で、ほとんどオリジナルを忠実に再現しているということが売りでやってます。で、リマスターに関してなんですけど、クラッシュバンディク3のみにもともとオリジナルの方ではタイムアタックがあったらしいんですが、このトリロジー、ぶっ飛び三段盛りが発売されたことによってですね、1、2、3すべてタイムアタックが実装されたと。で、すべての作品においてオートセーブと手動セーブが両方できると。であとは、ココバンディク今キャラしているのが今操作しているのがそうですね、ココバンディ君が操作できるということになりましたと。それがオリジナルとの大きな違いでございます。で、あということあるかな。日本語版はちゃんとローカライズがされておりまして、多分それのローカライズのため、多分日本の発売が遅いのではないかという予想は僕はしますけどね。はい。
And upcoming, our next level is Orient Express. This is our first Tiger level in the game.
クラッシュバンディク1個もやったことないと何も言えないんで。
These Tiger levels notoriously are like really hard for getting on the boxes and stuff, but in addition, like a lot of people just kind of
4なんで入ってないんですかね。
walk through the whole level on the Great Wall of China and you try to make sure that you avoid all the hazards.
クラッシュバンディク5まであるんですね。
And with that boost mechanic, I'm going to actually hold down the boost button throughout this entire level. But I'm going to be doing some really
もうチャット解説も全然いいんで、本当。 知ってるゲームに関してはバカみたいに説明できますけど、知らないゲームに関してはもうただただ喋るだけなんで。まあ多分クラッシュバンディク4とか5は出てないのはおそらくですけど、まあプレステ1じゃないからですかね。プレステ2で出てるからだと思います。でさらに言ってしまうと4はXbox とかプレステ4でも出てます。リメイクされて出てます。なので多分ないです。はい、Xbox とかそういうのでちゃんとリメイクされて出ているので。4とか人気ないから。一応なんかプレステ4でも出てるらしいんで、ウィキ見てるだけですけど。まあ5は2だけですね。ゲームの中のゲームの解説が全くできなくて申し訳ないんですけど、4は結構異色が多いですよ。プレステ4でもあるっていうことなんで。
After each of the hits, he's going to make a bunch of lions come out of those gates on the back wall. You gotta dodge them. Or you can just hold up against this top left corner and you can dodge them all. What's great is the cheese. Vicarious Visions knew about that spot.
しかもコナミから出ている。あ、これゲームキューブだ。
What they didn't realize actually is that that cheese can cause Crash's character to
翻訳者がいないかな。
And if that happens and there's a lion next to you, you die.
My God, I want that to happen so bad.
We'll see. Last chance here.
タイムスケジュールですか。
Happens to me probably one every 50 runs or so, and it hasn't happened in about 49 runs.
Oh, they're not throwing any cheese you. Oh, they're coming in strong here.
Okay, we're through it. So now the last thing I'm going to do is that every boss has a power-up associated with it, and I'm going to do the specific pattern of movement, so that way Tiny will die in this corner, which will allow the power-up to spawn right on top of me, saving just a minuscule amount of time. Thank you.
I just found out that that's called the supercharged body slam, as it turns out.
Yeah, we hopefully won't see it.
Ever again.
Or our wallets will cry.
Yeah. To note once again, if you guys want to play at home, every time Hobbs either dies or does a body slam, because they're real slow.
ボディスラムとかあと遅いんでとかなんかやってますけど。
If you want to play at home, get into any sort of denominations yourself. It's $1, $10, whatever you want to do. Go ahead and play. It'll be a lot of fun. Also, we want to note we actually got an incentive for this run coming up. Afterwards, we're going to go from Crash 3 to Crash 1 on the Insane Trilogy and play Stormy Ascent, the DLC level.
これもドネーションのインセンシブ、まあ何歳よ、寄付の結果による報酬、まあ見返りとして、クラッシュ1の DLC をやるって言ってたんですけど、よく分かって僕クラッシュ分かってないんで。
So with that, I think I'm going to send it over for a couple of donations while we finish out this level.
Sure, here's a $15 donation to the Prevent Cancer Foundation from Hoodie VT, who says, so incredibly excited for my favorite speedrunner, J-Hobbs Crash 3 run today. And he also wishes that all your Hobbs...
ドネーションと一緒についてきたメッセージ読んでますね。
Thank you for the donation. I also have a donation from Anonymous at $25 in their comment, a game developer from Vicarious Visions here.
Hey.
Thank you so much for playing our game. Good luck with your run.
Thank you very much. I love your game.
Yeah.
All right, we got that cuddle again. In the original game, you could skip that cuddle. Somebody find cuddle skip. I know it's adorable.
No, dude, it's adorable. Leave it in.
I know, but I want it.
Builds character.
All right, well, we're moving into our first motorcycle level now, level 8 Hog Ride. And Hog Ride is actually, it's a pretty difficult level, not because the level itself is all that difficult, but because of the way that the motorcycle works with these boost pads that they added. So in the motorcycle levels, the idea is that they use some boost pads.
綺麗ですね、やっぱね、プレステ4になってね。
You can actually keep up as long as you don't run off the road or go over a pit or a jump. You can keep that boost going as long as you want. Now the problem with it is they give you that burst of speed.
多分それも可能性としてはありますかね。メタルギアソリッド1と3が1はエクストリーム、まあヨーロピアンエクストリームっていうのはないんで。ちょっとミスってます。ミスってんのかこれ。
It was very, very close. It's really hard to go through that because, like I said, the handling is intentionally more difficult when you're boosting.
なんかブーストするために操作するのがブーストを発動させる操作がすごい難しいって言っても言いましたよ。これ見てるとマリオカードにしか見えないんだけど。
And we are through our first motorcycle level. Yep. To note, you have to win the race, or otherwise you don't get the crystal.
All right, now I want to bring up something real quick before we get into some more platforming levels with hop sliding, and that's that I was asking someone about some information from previous GDQ donation totals and stuff, and I found out a really interesting thing. AGDQ has not beaten SGDQ in terms of number of donations during the first run. In 4 years, SGDQ has had the record for 4 years.
カメよく俺は飛んでこないからね。
I'm just
確かに。
saying, man, we got to step it up for AGDQ. We got to get that record back and get as many donations as we can during the first run. Because come on,
heck yeah,
we got the bigger totals. Let's get the bigger start.
Yeah.
All right, so another hop sliding level. So I'm going to let Spike kind of talk while I go for this one. This one's even harder than the previous, but hopefully I can do a better job.
Yeah, once again, he's going to be finding these raised surfaces, utilizing these walls as much as he can. He also wants to make sure he picks up 2 masks, not just 1, in this level that are going to be very important for the next couple levels coming up. All right, so here we got a hop slide going right here.
Yeah, the wall actually stopped me on that one for just a moment. Like Spike was saying earlier, some textures in the game can mess you up.
Utilizing this wall again.
And I'm having a hard time timing these.
It's also to note, like, Hobbs always brings up there are both kind of first objectives, but you've also got these, the first objective just go through the fast.
何言っていいかわかんねえな。翻訳するにも大変なんだけど。
Ladies and gentlemen, still able to keep it going. This is what the magic of it looks like. Able to pick up his second mask and
$5. Let's go.
Truly the GOAT.
So because of hitting that GOAT, I'm actually going to have to change the level order as well. Another $5. I hope someone's keeping track.
All right, so I'm down $10 currently, and I would like to get home after this event. So
I think it's more than that.
Pick it up. Yo, shouts to that frog jumping directly into the nitro like
yeah,
a
that frog can be a bro. It's great when he runs into the nitro. Ooh, almost another go.
Another go, but it's all right.
All right, we got some better hop slides that time. Much better level.
All right, yeah.
バカゲー枠は今回あるのかな。バカゲー枠は電車で D じゃないんですかやっぱり。多分バカゲー枠は多分電車で D だと思いますよやっぱり。
So I could have gone to Hang 'em High level 7 next if I had had 2 masks, but instead we're going to change the route up and we're going to go to Tomb Time because in Tomb Time I lose less time than I would in Hang 'em High by only having 1 mask. Because as we mentioned, invulnerability is pretty good in this game.
電車で D あるんですよ。何時だ日本時間8時10分予定では8時10分であるんで日本時間もうド直球に当たるんでそうなんか同人ゲーらしいんですけどそれを向こうがやってるんで今 RT ジャパンって寄付募ったらダメなのかっていうのがあるんですけど日本の法律上個人の寄付は全部ダメなんですよね。基本的には個人の寄付は、基本政治家への個人献金も含め基本禁止です。ほとんど禁止です。日本の法律では所得とかそういうまあ源泉徴収だったりとかまあそういうね年末調整だったりとかそういう絡みの話ですごい狂うんですよね計算が。だからなんか割とみんな禁止になってます。だから基本的にはどっかの企業としてやるとか法人絡みでやらないとできないっていう。 宗教法人だと宗教法人として活動してないですからね。
It's from the monkey bars. If you want to go ahead and explain that, Hobbs.
Yeah, so the next level, Hang 'em High, is our first Arabian style level, and they like to put these hanging sections where you got to climb on some bars and like move across them, and they're pretty slow. But the invulnerability, the triple mask, actually gives us a faster, just normal walking speed. It's not faster than slide spinning, so you don't normally see it. But on monkey bars where you can't slide spin, it's really fast. So I'm hopefully going to do that, as well as showing off a little skip there.
All right, so coming up here, we'll get past a couple boxes, one enemy, and then we're going right into our third box, and watch how he flies.
RTA in Japan は慈善活動っていうのではなく、今は、個人で集まってイベントをやってるっていう状態なので、まあ個人寄付とかは受け付けてないっていう状態ですね。はい。
Again, trying to slide as far as he can to get as much distance as possible.
I got one of them. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Gotta spin this guy away, though, because we really need these two masks for the next level. Dropping down there just to skip out a bit of the hanging. A little scary, but that's a pretty new one, found by the current world record holder, Deep Freaks.
まあシャツとかグッズ出せるなら出した方がいいかなね、出せる方向になればいいですけど、結局そのキャラクターとか著作権すごいですからね。厳しいですからね。むちゃくちゃ厳しいですからね、あれ。
The last level in Warp 2. Now, things have been a little slow so far, I understand.
いつおろ
Pick up in the next warp. And we're also going to have a blazingly fast boss, the fastest boss in the run, I think. Yeah, definitely.
お、細かい強度が違う。
Now, Spike talked about those glitch high jumps, right? What that is when in the original game,
僕はRT in Japan の運営っていうわけでもないので、まあいろいろ課題が多いんですよね。RT ちゃんがいるじゃないですか。まあそこは運営にはい、運営のとこなんで、さじ加減なんで僕は知らないです。
I also want to reset my position back to where I loaded into the level because that'll let me know where the ending portal is going to be. I think I did a pretty good job of getting back where I started, but we'll find out here in a moment. So there we go. Boss is dead.
向こうは海外に関してはチャリティーっていうだけで結構融通きくんですよね。
Alright, so the portal should be here? Yeah, right about here. It's good. Didn't lose any time.
向こうはどうなってるんでしょうね。僕は分かんないです。コンプ組？コンプ組のコンプ組を何？なんかしなきゃいけないのかい？
Yeah, we got two levels left that are really going to utilize it. Starting here with Dynamite. He once again, he would have potentially had to switch around the routing if he lost either of his masks before the end of that last warp. And so he's going to bring him in here because
基本的に日本はチャリティーイベントっつってもあんまり反応が良くないです。はい、割とほとんどのとこは割とチャリティーイベントってやっても反応が良くないです。
Once I come up to the first log, I'm going to pick up a hob slide that hopefully will not end until another log. And at that point, I'm going to pretty much just let Spike talk so I can focus on it.
Yeah, once he comes up here on this log, he has got one shot at this, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, he will not make it.
Yeah, lost the hob slide. So I'm going to run out of invulnerability before the last lava pit. So I'm going to have to take it a little slow.
バナナ暗記もコンプ組。コンプ組。
Band fishes, they are the worst enemies in the game. And okay, we made it through. I found this actually while I've been here. I found a little backup one there that will let me save some time here. All right, I had that one going for a little bit, and we're almost up to the next log, so we can get another one started.
Yeah, needing that raised surface.
24時間。
Another log here, carried that one all the way to log. Very nice.
All right, I'm gonna try to get one off this triple stack. Nah, the triple stack boxes are incredibly difficult. I do not almost ever get them, but I always go for them if need be. So having a hard time with the hop sliding today, it really sucks when you're bad at your own speed tech, right?
この辺なんか難しいとこがあっていつも失敗してるとこがあるって言ったけどなんだろう。
Deep Freaks is he is a lot better at hop sliding than me. So if you want to see some really awesome hop slides, check him out.
Now, it is important, once again, he's getting chased. He wants to go ahead and go through this water, which is just a natural mechanic in the game that's going to give him a little boost going forward. Gonna try one more off this hill, and he wants to try to not lose either of these masks once again.
なんかトリケラトプスが出てきましたけど。
Coming up here on the very end of the level. There we go. Very nice.
There we go. We're through. So it's really great that I kept both those masks because coming up we've got Deep Trouble, which is the second and final underwater level, and this used to be the hardest level of the run by far. And it hasn't gotten any easier. I just made other levels harder. So it's still really difficult. I'm going to be going for a lot of cycles, basically, that if I slow down even the slightest bit, and if I go too fast and run too
お返事24時間お返事っていうのは無理でしょ。
very quickly, and I'm going to have to waste time at the very end of the level. So I'm going to do my best. A little bit of leeway at the beginning here, but
まあまあチャリティーの文化っていうかね、向こうは富がある人はなんだろう、お返事か、ごめんねごめんねごめんねお返事まあまあちょっと寄付の話、文化的な話になりますけど、まあキリスト教は基本的に人は神のもとに平等であってっていうのが大原則であるので、だから金がある人は金のない人に寄付をしようというのは割と当たり前でやってることなんですよね。だから向こうではチャリティーとかもう当たり前にやってるんですけど、日本の歴史で紐解いてみると全然そんなことはやってないっていうのがわかると思います。それだけですね、違いとしてはね。もう始まっております。まあこれはいろいろと難しい話ですから、まあこの辺にしときましょう。言おうと思ったら言いたいほど言えますけど言おうと思ったら多分 2,3 時間平然に喋れますけど、それはまあこういうイベントで話す話じゃないんで、この辺にしときましょう。
You actually can't die in the levels, but what can happen is that for the motorcycle levels, in order to get the crystal,
まああくまでも向こうはチャリティーする文化はねありますよっていう。そう、まあまあその辺にしときましょう。ゲームが分かんないんだよね。やってるゲームだったらさ超言えるんだよ。だからそれ辺にしときましょう。
Nah, it's a really difficult turn to get on the inside of that racer.
He's got a real big butt.
Now because of that, all of the racers are in a slightly different location than what I'm used to.
これ
And that unfortunately
これさ綺麗になんか内側通ってるよね。その砂利となんか砂利とアスファルトのちょうどなんか境目が綺麗に走ってるけどさ。知らないのどれ？知らないのだらけだよ。水落としなのこれ。ちなみに私の配信する時間でね分かるやつがないっていう残念ながらないっていう。スプラ2持ってないもん1しかないもんスイッチ変えないぜだよ、何言ってんだよ。お、残機が上がった。これ当たるとやっぱりロスなんかな。おお、うまく。おお、抜いたうまいですね、最後の見せますね。解説がいるゲームの一覧はちょっと今ないですね。作った方がいいかな。
And we're back to platforming levels. We got 2 more in this warp, only one of which has hop sliding in it, and that's level 15. I haven't had a perfect hop sliding level yet.
一応解説がいるのはまあちょっと口頭でならすぐ言えるんで、ちょっと待ってもらっていいですか。
At least that's the way I like to think about it. Primary objective, always go fast. Secondary objective is picking up a certain number of masks. So in this level, there's a mask box right there at the beginning. I have to pick that up and not lose it through the entire level.
ね、ホローナイトで解説が一番直近ではホローナイトですかね。
Okay, there actually is a spot on the ground there that actually saw me that time. And that guy's going to be in a part of his cycle. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do my normal setup, so we're going to have to go around. But that's not even the long one, so we still got a chance to get a really good hop slide coming up. Having some trouble here. Go for a little backup here.
移動がやっぱりスライディングなんだね。スライディングとこのスピンアタックなんだね。であとはコントラスピリッツですね。明日の日程に飛んじゃうんですけど、コントラスピリッツで、解説が入ります。でその次のツインビーレインボーベルアドベンチャー僕はやってるんで、やり込みはしてたんで、発売当時一応解説はできます。多分2%なんであれはそんなに行くステージないんで。ちょっとカクついてますか。ちょっと待ってくださいね。少々お待ちください。
that begin from the moment the level loads, even before I have control, those cycles are moving. And there are 2 carpets at the beginning of this level that I really want to make on an early cycle. Super precise movement and some really interesting climbing utilizing double jump.
Yeah, really cool vertical movement here. Again, utilizing double jump, as he said, that we got from Dingo Dial back there, finally being put on display. So you don't have to wait on nearly as many of these cycles.
That's going to make it really hard to make the early cycle now, but we'll try.
And I have to put on, that makes that one a little less scary at least. Again, because of that one mistake, he now has to adjust the entire level. Oh my land.
I didn't want to lose that mask, but it's not the end of the world. That's why I didn't want to lose the mask, though.
$5 cheaper.
本家が勝ついつはちょっとどうしようもないですね。
I probably shouldn't have gone for it, but the Scorpion hitboxes, if you're trying to go for a spin while sliding back up here, sometimes they just won't register your spin, unfortunately. Because there's not enough space before you hit the monkey.
本家は確かにカクついてますね。申し訳ないですね。
Dying there seems pretty bad, but it's actually not quite as bad because I would have had to wait on some fire from missing the early cycle anyways.
And you're seeing a lovely combination of not just the glitched high jump, but also the double jump we got earlier in the game. Once again, having to make adjustments off of the mistakes earlier in the level.
Now that I've died, I kind of have to play it. I have to improv the rest of the level because all the enemy cycles are off from what I know. You don't practice the levels for dying, but sometimes it happens. All right, there we go.
We got
a little safe at the end there because I really, really didn't want to lose that mask. That mask is probably one of the most crucial masks in the entire run.
確かに本家はカクついてる。
third boss of the game, and he gives you the third power-up that makes hob sliding not work anymore. We'll get into that in a second.
スライディングの後に硬直があるけど、スピンかジャンプで、なるほど。
He shoots some lasers, then he changes the terrain around. But if I do everything right, you won't see a single laser.
What I want you guys to understand is that when you take damage in this game, it actually gives you this like
ありがたいですね。コメントが来てもらうだけでありがたい。
It just kills you. But we're going to utilize that right here. We're going to try to do no waiting in this level basically whatsoever. He's first going to utilize that glitched high jump and double jump to get the first hit, move back to this third tier of the platforms. If he gets any closer than that, the game will actually auto-kill him. He needs to wait here until the iframes of the boss runs out, get his second hit. Now he's going to set up over here.
治ったって今言ってますね。本家で治ったっぽいんで、いずれこちらの方で治ると思います。
I'm really glad that went well because that's the coolest boss strat in the run. And now that gives us Death Tornado Spin. What Death Tornado Spin is it lets you get a longer spin that will slow your descent when you're up in the air. So you can use it to get over long pits, for example, or to get over enemies very slowly. Now, what they didn't realize or maybe they did realize as they were developing it, but there's a really cool technique that we like to call mock tornadoes. I'm going to give you a little tease right here, but we can use these to almost
マーク
get
トルネー
hop
ドっていう
slides,
テクニックだ
except,
そうですけ
a
ど
little different. We'll get into that in a little bit though, because Tell No Tales is first. Now this, I like to call this the gauntlet because the next 4 levels are all very difficult, and the worst part about them is your masks matter for every single one of them, so you can't even take 1 damage. Each of these levels only has 1 mask in them as well, so we need to if we ever take a single damage, it's going to compound on itself. Now this is a much longer level. Again, if you get a little seasickness or anything, take a look at the horizon.
Like how we're having to give health tips here on GDQ now.
3日目以降の解説予定ですか。
So this level,
3
I save a lot more time for doing this swinging back and forth. I'm going to be picking up a mask.
日目は
And then on top of that, I need to just kind of
ファイアーエンブレムスエマの功
You've seen
績
this a little before,
で
so I'm going to go ahead and leave this up for a few donations
解
until
説
we
が
get
入
near
っ
the
て
end
ま
of
す。
this
あとバイオハザード7
There's a $20 donation from
レジェントイボーで
Says,
入ってま
"Let's
す。
go, Hobbs. Best of luck, my man. Let's get that
え
stormy
ーっと
ascent."
その前にドラキュラが2つ入ってるんですけど、僕はまだ仕事中なんで、その日仕事中なんでちょっとできないんで、もしかすると車の中でツイッチ見ながら解説入るってことは可能かもしれないですけど可能だったら、はい。
The other scary thing about this level to note, and I'll get it back for donations in a little bit here, is that I can't hit a single checkpoint if I want to save the maximum amount of time. So if I do take a death, if I, get hit a couple times here, I'm going back to the beginning of the level, and this is one of the longest levels in the run.
Timed it. It is 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So we do not want that.
Now the worst part is coming up right here. This crystal.
僕は仕事時間基本夜なんで何食わぬ顔して普通に最初からいましたけど割と帰ってきてすぐ喋ってるんで
Greetings AGDQ. This is my first time donating because I never had a chance to do it up until now. This marathon is always incredibly supportive and loves to help everyone in need. This donation will go to Hobbs doing Stormy Ascent, which I consider still the hardest Crash 1 level. Good luck on the run, Hobbs, and shoutouts to Spike, Vegeta, Roach, and Rico on the couch. Yeah. Also, Vowir with $25 says it brings me pride to finally donate for GDQ after all these years of donation goes to the Stormy Ascent incentive. Good luck, J Hobbs.
どっかのコンビニ泊まって喋るんで大丈夫です。もしそういう時は。
Pretty soon, so let's get those incentives in. All right, but let's talk about mock tornadoes. I like this speed tech even more than the one I found. This was found before.
It's so satisfying looking. It's so good.
It was found actually before it. But
基本的にはスケジュールが配信者の方は配信者でスケジュールが組んでありますので変わるなりますので、私がずっとっていうわけでもないので。そこはご了承願いたいと思います。やっぱ綺麗だな。なんかね、プレステ1時代のプレステ1時代の粗いドットが全くないからさ、綺麗すぎるよね。ちょっと違和感があるよね、これ見てると。
Gonna do a few more mock tornadoes here. I have to dodge a very close spike.
When those are fully raised, you can feel.
基本的になんかトルネードで避けて進んでトルネードしながら避けて進んでます。
Very scary. Slide into a double jump into a death tornado spin. We're not waiting on these auto scrolling platforms at all. What's up, fire shooter guy? Thank you for staying out of the way.
ダブルジャンプでその壁に引っかかって壁に触ってジャンプして飛び越えますって言ってたけどすごいですね。 うまいです
The thing I
ね
love about mock tornadoes is they still feel very difficult. They feel great to pull off, but they are way more consistent than hob sliding. And like I said, I can route them through the levels knowing that like as long as I'm playing well, I'm gonna get them. And so I can build cycles around that. That's pretty exemplary in this next level, which is Tomb Waiter. Also, real quick, you might be wondering why are we still playing as Coco? Like I said, you could play as Coco or Crash in any of the platforming levels for the most part, and even though Coco can give you like a little bad animation,
ディスコードの使い方は
we have a little
入ってくれれば
among the speedrunners for Crash 3, where we say no
今
abandoning Coco.
今ご覧いただいてる
So here we got the gimmick of this level. This water is going to raise up and down throughout.
ところから下
If he ever is too deep in the water,
入っていただければ
as it raises like this, he will die.
教えますので
So he has to know about when it's going to run out, so he can time his death tornado spins and his slides to get through the area. Now, like in other gimmicks for other levels, he had slow down there just a little bit. He's going to get his triple mask here, and that actually keeps the water lowered the whole time. So he's going to try to get through as much real estate as possible while this water.
まああと個人的な話ですけどメタルギアストリートはMSX から全部一応やってるんで解説できないことはないんですけど多分寝てるんで多分寝てるんで高確率で寝てるんで
where I'm going to jump on a very risky piston. I think I'm a little late, so I'm probably not going to be able to do it, but we'll find out pretty soon. Now this is a very tricky one. I got to stall up in midair. Otherwise, I will drown. Now I fell down pretty good. I think I'm a little too late. I'm not going to make this cycle. Yeah, that's the cycle.
お正月いっぱい寝たよね。お正月ずっと仕事ですよ。
All right, there we go.
Now, the other thing you might have noticed is I was using those stairs. I was always standing kind of on the second from the top step. So that way, as soon as I jumped, I was at the perfect height.
僕の今の仕事は三が日なんてものはないんで。
Now, it's also imperative that I kept both masks there because level 19 has some invulnerability strats. I should probably hit the button. Has some invulnerability strats that are incredibly fast. I lose the invulnerability here. All of my cycles change and things just become a lot harder.
RTA in Japan も途中で
Yeah, so this is possibly the tightest
切り上げてっていうかねでそのまま仕事行ってましたからね。
Running on the green platforms so that they push him forward a little bit and trying to stay off the blue as much as possible.
てか横抜けちゃうんだなこれ。
Messed up the last mock tornado, so I was trying to go for that to beat that last cycle, but luckily I didn't die. You would not understand how many times I died trying to do that, skipping around the lasers. So this is a little better. My cycles will be slightly off now, but on top of that, I just have my triple mask.
人それぞれだと思う。
He's got his mask coming up here very soon. That's going to allow him to do a lot more mock tornadoes to just blast through all of these enemies and all these objects in front of him. And you see another raised surface, able to catch it.
正直なんとも言えないです本当に。はい。
Again, triple mask allowing us to start even off of enemies.
なんつったらいいんですかね。あれは。スポンサー聞いてるかスポンサー。おはようございます。日本は夜です。So now Japan is third quarter past 2, so almost AM3.
That's not going to be too big of a deal, just a little bit of a time loss. Under, and we got our crystal. Coming up on the last section of the level right here, right after this elevator. And that's the B that we would have utilized in order to start a mock tornado, but still able to get a little one right there. Those little vents. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, so the cycles are different once you die, and so I had to react to that one accordingly.
All right,
not too bad. I'm not gonna lie.
牛三つ時。
I was expecting it earlier, not from something that had never happened before, but
we're
I'm
in a
okay with it.
GDQ, so it is.
お疲れ様です。はい。 まあ
So nice gauntlet. Now we get to go into thankfully the easy.
僕は基本的に夜やります。
This is my break. It's great. After those 4 incredibly difficult levels, we have our first plane level. And
無理しないでください皆さん。はい。
This one's pretty easy. The only real like kind of speed tech to talk about in this level is that when I shoot these bullets, they act as projectiles that have a travel time. So I kind of need to try to keep an idea of exactly how long I need to shoot before it will die, and then turn away so that it dies as I'm already turning.
暗肝タイム。暗肝は
There's nothing else to really say about this level, so let's get here's some more donations.
How's Stormy Ascent doing? Yeah.
Oh, we're doing pretty well. We are closing and we're tantalizingly close to
Oh,
making
come on, make it happen, guys.
Now, let me read donations and kick it off with KB41 has a generous $1,000 donation.
おお。今ドネーションで1000ドルかな、1000ドルのドネーションがありましたので、今拍手が。ローリングで弾くんだ。どこのスターフォックスかな。
Yeah, what's up, Sienna? All right, so now we're heading into Engine, our 4th boss. And I got a little bad animation there.
ゲーム知らないんで、僕はただ喋ってないです。これいらない。後ろのデッキをなんとかして、ゲームが違うよみたいな。なんでみんな64になってるんですか。ガヤ絶賛ガヤを募集してますけどね。はい。
Yeah, he's going to have to. There's 5 different weak spots on this first phase. And while he can't completely control what the shoulder packs do, he's going to prioritize getting rid of the middle phase. And he's starting to
勲章を取るためにはそれダメですけどね。
out here, this is when the first machine gun's going to come up. These cycles are very slow to come back up, so he wants to go ahead and kill them.
やばい。なんでこんななんかメガが出てくるの。ワンネンスターフォックスじゃんこれ。ダメこんなこと言っちゃう。あ、違う、スペースハリアーだよ。何言ってんだよ。みんな違うよ、スペースハリアーだよ。
Immediately knowing that this left arm from his perspective is going to open up, so he wants to one cycle it as well, go back down to the middle piece. He's not going to worry about the right arm, wait until the next.
クラッシュってこんな感じ。
Now he's
なるほ
going
ど。
to take out the shoulder packs as they open up. It will prioritize obviously opening up other packs.
僕個人的に見るのおすすめなのはホーリーダイバーですね。ホーリーダイバーとか、あとはなんだろう。ホーリーダイバーってねすごい難しいんですよゲーム。ファミコンでアイレムから出てるんですけど、それが日本の6時半ぐらいからあるので、ぜひ見ていただけたらなと思います。結構難しいゲームなんで、それは25分で24分でクリアするっていうことなんで、多分やったことない人が見たらすげえ簡単そうじゃんとか思うんですけど、めっちゃ悪魔城と比べられてますね。だからもう難易度が半端じゃないです。一回プレイすれば分かるんですけど、むちゃくちゃしんどいですこれ。それをねRTA するっていうアイレムです。はい、ホーリーダイバーアイレムです。あとはなんだろう。あと個人的にはアテナとか魔性とか個人的に大好きなんですけど、ラフワールド曲がいいらしいんですよね。そう持ってないから分かんないんですけど、魔性があります。魔性余裕で解説できますよ、がっつり。あ、ぶつかった。お、うまいですね。おお、うまいですね。 魔性あります。デッドリータワーっていうのが海外タイトルで、ちょっと僕は気づいてなかっただけなんで。
We got another little risky one here. It's going to depend on where the cop is and my position on the boost, which was unfortunately
スター
bad
フォ
on
ックスは
both fronts. So
実
there's no
機
way
だ
I
と
was
思い
able
ま
to
すよ。
carry that boost because of that cop
ミニスーパーファミコン。
So now hopefully I can keep this one all the way to the end. I'm going to skip past.
どう見てもこれマリオカートだよな。
You can go just a little bit off the road.
Yeah, you pretty much have until around when it turns into gravel.
氷ダイバーからの光、パルテナの光とパルテナの鏡と。
Awesome,
はい。
guys. Thank you. Don't forget, keep them coming.
Yeah.
Keep them coming because there are a bunch of amazing incentives throughout this entire week. I'm really excited for a lot of them. My runner's choice, for anyone who's curious, is actually the Wilhelm Frog incentive in Ori and the Blind Forest because it's fast, but it's cool.
You'll love it. So here we're going into our final vehicle level and also our final plane level as an extension. It's going to be switching over to Coco here. Do you have a particular reason why you switched to her?
Yeah, I just kind of like her plane model a little better in terms of just being able to aim with. And on top of that, we need to use Coco in the next level for reasons that we'll get into. So it's going to be
また飛行機に乗ってるよ。
this plane level rather, it's a lot more difficult than the previous one because I have a specific route in mind that I want to take, and in order to execute on
もう
that route,
叩くやつが分かりきってるから早いですね。
I have to actually take out each engine separately when it comes to these planes instead of just being able to aim
ローリングすごいね。
anywhere on the plane's hitbox.
アフターバーナー並みにすごいローリングしてるけど。
If I'm too slow, then my route won't work because one of the planes will turn away from me and cost me a lot of time. I'm a little slower on this guy, but so far so
アフターバーナー
good.
こんなに回転してると当たるんですけど。
Also spinning around, Spike likes to talk about why.
Yeah, dude, do a barrel roll. As it turns out, you don't take damage while in barrel roll.
Shoutouts to Star Fox 64.
これスターフォックスですか。
All right, there we go.
There we go.
And again, because those are projectiles, I had to actually lead my shots, which makes the aiming a lot trickier than it first seems. And so I like to think of levels like that. They're not they're not auto scrollers or anything. They just take a different skill set than the platforming levels. But now we're going back into the platforming levels, and the first one that we're going to do is Bug Light. Last 3 levels here, folks. Bug Light we're going to do first because we can actually get 2 masks in it for the later levels.
あとは多分GDQ の会場で盛り上がるのはゲバラだと思います。ゲバラはなぜか去年夏の GDQ でも結構ゲバラはネタになってたので、向こうではゲリラウォーっていう、ゲバラってチェゲバラって名前使えないんで、向こうではゲリラウォーっていう名前になるんですけど、ゲバラです。なんかね、変に盛り上がるんですよ、これ。よくわかんない。なぜあんな盛り上がるのかよくわかんないんですけど、ちょっとゲバラちょっと名前まずいんでね。バイオニックコマンド。お、今のなんだ。
But now I have no mask, so I have to wait on this door. Again, these aren't on global cycles like all the others. They actually close when you get near them. But now that I have triple mask, there's a couple of doors coming up. And we didn't really talk about it before, but if I have this invulnerability,
潰されたのに潰されてないっていうよくわからない。なんかテクニックだったのかな。食らっただけ。
Right here.
All right, excellent.
All right, that was very good movement to get all the way.
We used to think that was impossible. Now I gotta wait on one more because these 2 masks are really important to keep for the next level, Gone Tomorrow. We're gonna do a few more scary mock tornadoes here, so very high risk of dying or getting hit.
仮面を維持するのがこの先重要だってめっちゃ言ってたんですけど、よくわかんない。
Very nice, very nice Bug Light.
My PB died there. Hey. Maybe an old PB. I don't know.
They all kind of run together.
So moving into the next level, that'll be Gone Tomorrow. There's only 2 levels left other than the boss. And Gone Tomorrow is the second and final future level. And like Future Frenzy, the other one, it's pretty difficult and there's a lot of intentional vulnerability and damage boost in it.
そういうゲーム内ルールがあるね。
right at the beginning because there are these big
Oh.
robots Spike can kind of talk about.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah, they're
ありがとうござい
big
ま
and
す
they。take up the entire platform. So if you didn't have triple mask, he'd have to try to jump out and curve around them, or just go in casual, slow down and let them do their attacks. However, if you can get up to this triple mask coming up, then Coco, this little girl, is more powerful than the machine.
お、
Ooh, almost fell in the pit there actually.
Ooh. Again,
解説超ありがたいんですよ。 そういうことかな、ボンバーマンのハート。いや、1でもやってるだけ全然ありがたいですよね。これがスター、これがスター状態だったね。
Then the platform will move instantly instead of taking a second. But that comes at the risk of this camera moving out of focus. So I actually have to do a tiny bit of line movement there. Not a big deal at all.
チャット解説を引き出しましたね。
Now, again, cycles that I need to make sure that I'm
クラッシュのなんかこの面白そうなのはこういう場所によって視点が変わるのも面白そうですよね。この横から視点だったり、ね、上からいや後ろから視点だったり。あ、
Ordinarily that enemy would actually hit the B, so I was intentionally trying to run into it, but not too big of a deal because that checkpoint was right there.
Yeah, he ideally would have liked to have held onto that mask one for this very last section right here, just a couple of conveyor belts and these lasers. We'll see what the cycles are going to look like now that he took the death.
Yeah, I have to react to what they show me, and it looks like I might make it. So we're
なんかいろいろミックスされている感じですよ
made
ね。
it through those. Now I got to go for a risky.
おお。
Very nice.
All right. Coming into the last level, another platforming level, and this is our final Arabian style level. And like the previous ones, not as much flat ground, so not as much room for mock tornadoes, but a lot of really interesting climbing techniques that we can pull in these levels. And like always, it's based on cycles. So got to do my best to move through the level as perfect as I can from the get-go, where everything will.
通常横とか抜けないですもんね。
I will never stop throughout this entire level. I will never wait on anything. So we'll try to make that happen.
He's first going to try to just clear over this enemy completely, not come anywhere near him.
リンゴバズーカ、ほう。
Catch a tight carpet cycle right there, getting over the flames.
Ooh, okay.
Had to react there.
My slide didn't quite come out, so now we got to take this a little slower.
火炎放射器がまあ来るけど無視そんなもん気にしないみたいなことを言ってまあボソって喋ってましたけど今ボソッと。
Yes.
Very nice.
It's really easy to bonk into a platform with your head, so very difficult one there. Oh, man.
おお。
See
They
ya.
got big, yeah. Oh, he is so tall.
All right, we're going to go for one little mock tornado here.
And see these carpets and that trampoline? We're not going to need any of them. And we're out of the final platform level again. Really good reactionary skills right there by J Hobbs.
滞空時間長い。
We're coming into the final boss. Now, I will let you know about time, but immediately after time, hold your applause because I like the cutscene after and it's pretty cool. So coming into this boss, like Engine, there's actually some RNG in this boss fight. Again, randomness within the run that we have really no control over. And what that is similar to all of the other bosses except Engine. We got to hit him 3 times and he has a few different phases. However, he will throw some mines at the ends of these phases. And
いやー解説ありがたいですね。チャットでも解説ありがたいですけど本当。
Before that, though, in this specific boss fight, we are going to do the hardest movement tech in the game, the strut. I'm telling you, it's hard. Look at this.
He is not joking, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't even do it. If you got to move it 2 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Strut your stuff, Crash. All right, so now here's the random part. Where he throws these vertically is completely out of my control, and he gave me a bad pattern, so I have to wait for him to come way over.
これがランダムだそうで、この地雷はちょっとパターンが悪いっつって今言ってましたね。
What's up, Roach? Do a Roach slam there.
A little bit of good swag.
All right, so that first cycle, as you saw, the masks kind of did a little laser thing. Now they're a vortex. It was a lot faster in the original game, and they
今
opted
第
to
二
make
形
it
態っていうのかな
significantly
多
slower
分
in this one. But the vortex always moves in a set pattern, so not really afraid of it until this point where he's throwing the mines. This is where if I get a bad pattern again, I
バリアが
could
外れた時に
catch
攻
one
撃
of
し
the
た穴に
vortex.
落とす。なるほど。
And he
あり
got
が
a
とうござい
better
ます。
pattern. I do have to wait on these mines though, because the hitboxes are a lot larger than they look. Spin. There we go.
アクアクさんとウカウカさん。なるほど。この仮面の名前がね。
And time will be soon after that, but not quite when I hit him. So I will let you know, and remember, hold your applause because we got a cool little cutscene to listen for after that.
ああ、もうこれがこの戦闘が終わってムービーが入ったら終わりっていうことなんで、次で終わりですね。
Try it yourself at home. You'll see what I mean. Oh boy. Not a good pattern.
ああ、なんかパターンが悪いっつって言ってますね。
Alright, he's gonna spit the power up into a random location.
あ、でも落としましたね。
And get ready on time. When I get sucked in the portal here. Time.
で、ここでムービー入ったんで終了ですね。早いな。1時間で終わったんだけど。
I love that line. I'm sorry. It's silly, but I love it. What was my time?
It was 59:13.
Awesome. Awesome. I'll take that. Definitely will take that. Under an hour is really what I was hoping for, so glad I was able to do that. So now, because we met Stormy Ascent, right? So
Correct.
Gonna go ahead and move right on over to that. I'm gonna have to go through a bunch of loading screens to do so, but all I want to kind of point out as I'm doing that before we get into more donations is remember, folks, I'm moving from Crash 3 to
早いですね。
and that means that my sliding is gone. All I can do is run, jump, and spin. No more sliding, no more high jumps, nothing like that. No more mock tornadoes, anything like that. Run, jump, and spin. That's all I got. Give me some donations.
All right, Vlushok sent in $50 and said, "Been looking forward to this run for days. Such a fun thing to watch Crash roll around at the speed of Bandicoot. Good luck, Hobbs, and may the committee be kind."
本当余裕そうですね。
Yo, it's Jeff. What's up, Jeff? Good luck on the Crash run. Awesome game and an awesome runner. Sad I couldn't join you guys this time, but I'll be watching all week. Shoutouts to my boy Mermilio doing the Superstar Saga run on Wednesday. And thanks for shouting that run out during the pre-show, because it's going to be sick, too.
で、今時間が余ったので、
Sonic Shadow Silver 2 with a
ちょっと
$15 donation.
他のまあ最初言ってた
Here's hoping that Stormy Ascent goes well.
1の DLC
Slamming into the pit and dying.
をちょっとやりますよって言ってたんで、まあ時間があるからちょっとやるということですね。
So actually, yeah, keep going.
Sure, Kazan donated $10. Said, "First time watching live and donating to AGDQ. Awesome hair as always, Spike." And
Of course.
just one of the many people who helped us reach this incentive, Ace Zero Diamond, had donated $100 earlier and said, "I'd like to put this towards Spike's travel funds. I mean, towards Stormy Ascent. Love this game and loved the remake."
Yeah, and at some point, someone like tweet at me or something. We'll figure out how much we owe from the unintentional body slams and deaths throughout the run. All right, do we have a timer ready for the next level? Someone?
Again, thank you
One,
guys.
one.
そうですね、もう1個目で、他のゲームの寄付とかももう同時でやってるので、そっちで結構入れてる方とかもいるので、
Is a fellow Crash runner.
もう常に
Check him out.
なんかのゲームやってる間には増え続けます。
Looks like we are good to go, so I'm going to give you a countdown. And the one thing to note here is that I'm going for the 100% completion of this because it allows us to see some really cool level design in a bonus room, okay?
DLC で 100% をやるっていうことです。
All the boxes will turn into a gem.
よくわかんない。
Call time at the very end of the level. All right, so for ready, in 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
10分では予定10分だって。
Naughty Dog, the original developers, deemed too hard for the final game. Vicarious Visions were able to get access to it and put it into this one. I'm gonna let Spike take it away.
Yeah, once again, the big difference between Crash 1 and Crash 2 and 3 is that you don't have any sliding in this game. You have the spin, but everything, all of your jumps become a lot harder, a lot tighter. He's trying to catch these cycles.
Yeah, that cycle I always have to wait on for the most part, so.
結構スパムっぽいなんか感じで流れてますけど、まあ無視です。
Yeah, we actually have my homie, man. Always leave this guy alive. He has blessed too many runs. We're gonna kill all his friends though, it's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna ideally get a bounce off of this doctor to get up here. He's gonna have to miss the cycle here just because he needs to grab the box.
Yeah, exactly. There's actually an upcoming elevator that I have to wait on anyways, so
Cab here to his first of a couple of checkpoints throughout the run. That's the first climb. This level is extremely long and extremely punishing.
All right, moving in now. I'm going to do my best not to slow down. Always kill that guy. He is not our friend.
Always want to put on a delay there. Ooh,
that was close.
He's going to intentionally wait here a cycle.
まあさすがに本家の見てる人数が15万6千人なんで。
Unfortunately, because I have to pick up that token, it makes me have to wait on these cycles. I could maybe go earlier, but I would end up on the same exact platforms anyways. So one more wait.
さすがに15万人ね、約16万近い人数が見てるんで、チャットはもうまあほぼもう機能していないようなもんですよ。コメントが多すぎちゃって。いや、もう本家15万見てますよ。これ TA ですね。RTA です。スピードラン RTA ですね。暗記も味で暗記もしたらすごいことになる。そうですね、ちょっとしたはい。そうですね、本家のサブスクライバー本当多いので。
A cool thing about the 100% categories in this game is that you get to see a lot of micro strategies around breaking boxes quickly. So it's like him bouncing off that bottom box and spinning into the top one. So you get rid of it in one spin as opposed to 5 bounces.
I could have used my mask to damage boost through the TNT, but there's a couple scary sections coming up that I want to save this mask for marathon safety. But that went really well. And again, I do have to break every box in there in order to get the 100% completion and pick up that gem.
もう GDQ 自体は6年7年やってるので、もう海外でもう本当に有名なイベント、ゲームのね、スピードランのイベントとして完全になんか有名になったというんですか。まあ各有今私が喋ってますけど、各有私もRT in Japan 出てから知ったのでこんなにね多くの人が見ていると思わなかったので、ホテルほぼ貸し切りですね。それでも足りないので、その近くのホテルでなんかI
had to wait for him to be moving away. So now gonna go for
殺す気満々だねこれ。
Scariest bit of platforming coming in at the end here. Oh, I kind of messed up a little bit. Oh, we were so close.
Do I own $5 for that?
You bet your ass.
Son of a.
うまいですね。
You can own it. It's because you called him Peyton Manning. You're objectively wrong.
All right,
so let's follow this.
Try this again. Yep. Now I don't have that safety mask, but it's really not going to matter at this point.
Yeah, he's either going to make these bird jumps at the end or he's not.
おお、危ない今の。
That was scarier there than it needed to be. All right.
Oh my god, dude! I almost. Oh. We're waiting. Let's just ride this one out. There we go. There's your casual strat for you. All right, following this bird out again.
今喋ってる方は、私はジャパニーズリストリームをやろうと立ち上げた中でございます。
I want to remind you once again that his name is Tom Brady. Every time you die, I'm going to remind you of that. It'll cost me $5 every time, but it'll be worth it.
All right. We're hitting that death cycle moment. I'm sure all of you have had this before for this level. We'll do it better now.
クラッシュバンディクーっつってね。クラッシュバンディクー。バンデバンデバデクーっていうなんか1の CM は覚えてる。
This is the real one. All of the other attempts thought they were the one. This is the real one. There we go.
GDQ まだ1作目ですね。1時間ぐらい前です。
Wait on that. Yeah, you bet I'm waiting on this one. All right, here we go. Again, this is the hardest part at the end here. These three birds.
おお、うまいですね。
Let's go ahead and
Couple
break
extra
that.
bounces.
And time.
Time.
タイム。はい。
So close to deathless. All right, that was very, very close. All right, and I just before I get out of here,
すごいですね。
one quick thing. I just
見どころ。
I want to express
見どころ
exactly how
何があるかね。
unbelievably grateful I am to be able to get to open off this marathon. Actually, about 7 years ago, I lost a grandmother to bladder cancer that 3 months prior we didn't know she had. So you really don't realize all the time how much this early awareness and prevention can help. And it's
今
becoming more and more every single year.
寄付する先の話をしてまして、プリベンションキャンサー、じゃあ、プリベンションキャンサーファウンデーションっていう、まあ、日本語で言ったら、何予防がん予防ファウンデーションっていう、簡単に言ったら、まあ、がんを予防するための、まあ、基金を募るとこですね。
Also have G Chris donating $30 and saying, "Hi GDQ, looking forward to another year of awesome speed running. Good luck."
また T シャツは買えま
Couldn't
す。
agree more, G Chris.
財団か。
I am Pro,
え
your host for the first couple of games here. And on behalf of Games Done Quick,
次が、ラチェット&クランクです
it is
ね。
my honor and privilege to welcome you all to Awesome Games Done Quick 2018. We'll be live all week 24/7 from Herndon, Virginia.
日本人参加者はヨッシーアイランドとロックマンですね。
We have
あ、
more
間違えちゃった。
upcoming incentives for you when you donate at gamesdonequick.com. You can choose an incentive for your money to go toward. It may be to
はい、ロックマンは2人、日本から出ます。で、RT in Japan 2でも出ていらしたショカさんと、あともう一人がザラキさんっていう方が参加します。おいしんぼはあと、ヨッシーアイランドの人がヤマユーさんとポハーさん合ってんのかな
Have a few donations here. People already excited, thinking long term in the marathon here, talking